Hi YouTube, it's Rainsh01.
It is I, BandedWendy.
We just finished our run around the Rose Bowl, and to all you mothers out there, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. That was a tough one, I gotta say.
It was.
3 miles.
It's hard.
Ain't easy.
It's never easy.
So I'm curious, Hua, how long ago did you start this? 3 years ago?
3 years ago.
And how much did you weigh?
My heaviest recorded weight, 248 pounds. I weigh more than a football player. 4'11". Well, according to Christina, my meatball partner, 4'9". I love you, Christina.
And the highest weight I've ever saw was 269 pounds, 244.6 at 5'11". So I got a good foot on Hua. When you started this journey, you knew about the exercise rule, right?
I sure did.
What's that rule again?
At least 210 minutes a week, 30 minutes a day, no matter what you do. Just get moving.
And how hard was that for you to start doing?
It was real hard. I lived a very sedentary life, and I didn't even know where I was going to begin. I had no support at this time. I did know at the weight loss surgery community, but I did not make any videos. I was a lurker, and I watched many of you who inspired me, but my family isn't out here. At the time when I had surgery, I didn't even tell my parents, so only my sisters knew. Felt very alone, but with the weight loss surgery community here, I felt like, okay, I had somebody.
And how many weeks post-op was it when you started exercising?
I was close to about almost 3 months out, and then finally I realized I always walked, because that was a rule, at least 30 minutes, do something. I didn't start off walking at first. I would just sit and do weights at first, and then finally I started walking when I felt better. But it took me about 3 months, and then finally said, I gotta get out of the house.
And how did you get out of the house? What'd you do?
I joined a gym. Actually, I would belong to a gym for years. I just never used it.
You and me both, sister.
For years.
What was that first workout like?
It was tough. I knew that I needed help, and I seeked out a personal trainer. And if you guys have ever watched The Biggest Loser, because I was one of those people who stuffed my face and ate while I watched The Biggest Loser, hoping to be skinny one day. I'm just saying it. I was one of them, okay? I was like, God, I want to lose this weight. And I was like eating potato chips, drinking soda. I was putting everything down in my mouth. But I was watching them. And I knew I shouldn't eat, but I still did it. But I knew I needed the help. And when I watched The Biggest Loser, I remember watching how the contestants would pass out. And I thought, they're just sensationalizing for TV to make it look so good. Well, Lord behold, I found out very quick after my first workout with Paul Joseph, I passed out. I blacked out.
Right there in the gym?
Right there in the gym. Blacked out.
What'd he tell you?
He knew I was going to black out. He saw me waver. He got me on the floor, and then I blacked out. And you know what he saw when he told me? He could have just said, you know what, I'm not working with you because you're too obese. You're somebody who I can't deal with. But you know what he told me? He said, the reason why I stuck with you is because I saw passion behind your eyes. You know, I saw someone fighting to dig themselves out of a prison. That's what he told me.
He was right. So let me ask this question. 3 years pass in a couple of months. Did you ever, in your wildest dreams, think that you'd be where you are today with your fitness level?
Never.
How did you get there?
Working every single day, never giving up.
Following that rule?
Following that rule. I went every single day to the gym. If I didn't go to the gym, I was walking. I didn't start running a half marathon, a 5K, a full marathon. I started off baby steps. Baby steps.
You even got someone to help you with that running, right?
Yes, I did. I hired a running coach. Because that's how I work. People have to do things that works for them. For me, I need someone to show me. And show me how to get there.
What inspires you and motivates you and encourages you to keep going every day?
Being free from this disease. I never want to feel like how I felt that day that I worked out with Paul Joseph. I don't ever want to be like that again. That was so hard. And I could have just said, forget it, I'm not doing this. I'm going to tell you, there was feelings of shame, embarrassment because of my size. People were fit. They looked beautiful when they went to the gym. And here I was, passing out, still very much obese.
Any idea how much you weighed back then?
At that time, I weighed 217 pounds. 217 pounds. How do I know? Because he weighed me and he measured my fat.
Thanks, Paul.
I told him, you don't need to measure my fat. I know I'm fat. But he goes, let's just, I'm supposed to do this, part of my job, So that's how I know exactly how much I weighed that day. I never want to feel like that again. I never want to feel so trapped in my body where I just can't even move. I never want to feel that way again. That inspires me. This community inspires me. Being able to breathe inspires me because I was that person who struggled with just walking. My roommate has seen me in my highest weight, 248 pounds. And it wasn't until after a year, after I had weight loss surgery, she shared something with me. And she said, I watched you struggle with your weight. I've known her for close to about 8 years. I watched you struggle with your weight. I've never said this to you. I'm not saying this to be mean, or I'm not saying this from a place of ill will. I'm saying this from a place of love. She basically told me that when she looked at me at times, it was painful for her to see me, because when she saw me, all she saw was pain.
Deep.
That was very hard for her to share that with me. And
what'd she say about you now?
She's like, you're a different person. Completely different person.
Do you feel like a different person?
I feel like a different person.
Do you believe you're a different person?
I believe I'm a different person.
Winning.
I never wanted to walk that hill with her. Struggled every single day. And I was like, let's go. She's like, who are you?
Hoo-ah! Heard, understood, acknowledged.
That's right. What inspires you, Wendy? How did you start this journey? What weight were you?
244.6. Believed in the rules. Wasn't happy about exercising. Didn't exercise because I had plantar fasciitis in my foot. Ate a lot. Thought about exercising. Didn't have any energy, motivation, or passion. I watched a YouTube video. I was walking. I'd walk because I knew that was the rule. I can remember 2 days post-op walking around my neighborhood in tears, thinking, what the hell have I done? How am I going to do this? And I watched a YouTube video, Swish01, Christine. I'll never forget it. And it was interesting because it was a video that all you saw was her chest down. I don't think she knew how the camera was positioned. And she talked about that Couch to 5K, C to 5K program. And I was like, I guess I'll try it. I have no choice. I have no choice. It's got to be done. And I did it. 9 weeks.
Did you ever think it was going to get easy?
I hoped. But no. I never thought that it would get easy, but I had a lot of hope that I'd learn to like it, and that I'd lose weight, and I'd feel better.
And when you watch people on the weight loss surgery community, did you ever want to be like them or compare yourself to them?
I'm tall, as you know, 5'10", 5'11" on a good day. There wasn't anybody out there to watch like me. But no, all I did was learn from them. Never compared myself to anybody. I just want to be me.
Me too. I never once compared myself to anyone, because we're all very unique individuals. Different shapes, size, and forms. What works for one person might not necessarily work for another. But what I find really beautiful about the platform that we have is that we can agree to disagree, and still support each other.
Absolutely.
In a loving way.
Yeah.
In a way where we don't put anyone down or tear anyone down. So for all those who are feeling down or feeling like they're struggling with their journey right now, do not compare yourself with anyone. If I allowed other people's opinion to tell me what I should look like, what I should do, what I should be, I wouldn't be a runner today. I wouldn't be a runner today.
Matai 83 is the reason I run long distance. It is. She called me up at 8:30 one night and said, let's go watch Hua do that half marathon in LA. I was like, oh, that's a good idea. I was thinking we should do that. We went to that race, and we stood there on the corner. I screened for strangers, and there was a blind man. There was a guy who probably weighed 350 pounds coming around that corner. And I was just like, wow. This is a progressive journey. I've met my goal weight. I can run 3 miles. I can run 4 miles. I can run even 7 miles. It's hard. What am I going to do next? How am I going to stay motivated? Because it's not over when you hit your goal weight. You know, you struggle to get there. No matter how long it takes you to get there, 2 days, 2 years, 20. It's going to be a struggle. But it's progressive, right? Everything about the journey is progressive. So I saw fitness as an opportunity for me to push it, take it to the next level, shake up my metabolism, shake up my routine, give me something to strive for, give me something to desire. And we watched Hua come across that finish line, and that was it. I can do this. I can go out there, and I can go further if I try. I had to try. I never thought I could do it. I just knew I could try.
And that's what this whole journey is about.
Trying. Daring to try. You never know, you can't. And you can or you can't if you don't try.
Yeah, at least you try.
No. Gotta
And
try.
there's one thing I see about our community, one thread. It's hope.
Hope. A lot of hope.
A lot of hope.
A lot of hope. And help.
And help.
I'm fortunate that I got someone crazy enough to wake up every Sunday, rain or shine, friend or family, husband or none, boyfriend or none, and leave their bed at 6:30 in the morning to come out here and run with me. Why do you run, Hua?
I run because it frees my mind. That's the only time. And mind you, Winnie and I have very different height difference. She's 5'11", I'm 4'9", 4'10", but somehow we make it work. But for that hour that we're running out there, we're not talking to each other. She's on my right side, always on my right side.
It's my spot.
All it is just leaving my mind and my legs out there. It's my time for myself, serenity. It's peace. That's why I run. Sometimes we are prisoners in our own mind. And for that 1 hour, I need to do that to release it. To release whatever it is that's going on with me. And just put it out there. And that's how I do me.
Do you think everybody needs to be a runner?
Never. I don't think you have to do what works for you. Find something that you love. Find something that you're passionate about. Because most likely you'll stick to it.
You think everyone needs to work out 210 minutes a week?
That's what I was told by my doctor, so I do it.
It's a rule.
It's a rule. Now, I don't follow all the rules. Let me tell you. Wendy and I have had conversations, and this is what I'm talking about. You can have a healthy debate, a healthy discussion, and still support each other. I never got down the rule of eating and drinking at the same time. Am I conscious about it?
You see my head shake?
Yeah. But does she love me less or support me less?
No.
No. We have these conversations all the time. And what I love about our community, what I love about Wendy, is that we can have these conversations and still support each other. And that's what this is all about. The friendships and the bond that I have developed with this community, it's priceless.
Yeah.
Priceless.
I wouldn't be here today without watching YouTube videos on YouTube, finding everybody. I really believe that.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have met Hua. And Hua and I didn't start running together.
Mm-hmm.
We started hiking together.
Yes, we did.
And we've biked. Tried.
Yeah. Crashed a few times.
But she came out here and tried it with me because she's my friend and she supports me. And along the way, we've been fortunate enough to run into some other people who want to join us.
Yes.
So we've got ourselves a little crew of runners, and it's the coolest thing because they motivate me, inspire me every day. But I got a friend who's a Zumba instructor, Miss BB83, who has been doing Zumba.
I love Zumba. BB, I can't wait.
And I have friends who do Pilates. I have friends who do yoga. I like to swim, dancing. Who used to go bachata dancing.
Love it.
There's the Leslie Mills body pump. Amy loves that. You know, it doesn't matter. It does not matter if what you do or how you do it, as long as you're doing it. Some people can only walk 10 minutes 3 times a day in the space where they stand. That's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do. So anyway, our video's getting long. But we were just wanting to encourage somebody to get out there and know that, you know, you don't end up considering yourself a berry athlete, someone who was formerly obese, who sat on the couch and stuffed their face while they watched The Biggest Loser.
Me.
Probably me too. You don't become a berry athlete unless you've been that person. And you don't become a berry athlete unless you progressively work really hard and desire to be better, faster, stronger. It's not for everybody. And that wasn't the requirement. That wasn't the rule. No one told us that we needed to go out and run a marathon or do a triathlon to have weight loss surgery. The rule was 30 minutes a day, 7 days a week. And sometimes that's an easier rule than what I put in my mouth.
Yeah, it is. For me, it is.
Yeah. So, anyway, is that it?
That's it. One more thing. If you're having anxiety about the meet and greet, the Las Vegas meet and greet, push it aside. That's not what the meet and greet's all about. What you're going to find is a group of people, a group of men and women who love each other and support each other. You're going to find nothing but love. That room is going to be filled with so much love, it's not going to be able to contain itself. So if you have any anxiety about what you're wearing or how you look, wash those fears and anxiety away. That's not what it's about. Just come as you. Be you, as I say. I don't want to be anybody else but me.
Only me.
Only me.
Just me.
When I run for me. When I do things for me. But is it nice to have that support? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think with that said, we'll see you in Vegas and get ready to do some dancing.
I know.
We like to dance.
We like to dance. Yeah, I can't wait to party with you.
All right.
Peace.
Later.